Hey guys, welcome back to Everyday Beauty. On today's episode, I'm talking with my friend Wendy. Yay! We're talking about how we got into the industry and why we chose this crazy career. Because it's not normal, but it's really fun. Everyone wants to know. But I guess when I was getting started, I wanted to know from other people.
Yeah,
who were
I had
working.
no clue. But
No, I still feel like I have no clue. So the way that I met Wendy was we both did a shoot with, she was doing Grace Helbig and I was doing Hannah Hart. And we had heard about each other, but we hadn't met yet, so...
Yeah, we were fans of each other before that.
Yeah. People ask us all the time, how do you get started in the hair and makeup industry? And we have a little bit of insight.
I think for everybody's completely different. For me, I actually started with a nonprofit organization called Atta Girl, and the co-founder was a makeup industry guru, whatever you call it. And then she put it on her Facebook that she needed help. And I ended up going to her, and then she told me to network my brain off. Yeah. And then it all started from there, like everything. That's what got the ball rolling, because I started maybe 4 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been a hairstylist since I was like 18. I got my license, so.
Yeah, I got my license when I was 19. Which I thought I was a grown-up, but I totally wasn't a grown-up at all. When
I've never thought I'm a grown-up. I don't think I'm a grown-up right now.
I still don't. I'm still like, oh, my parents are gonna be mad or something. Yeah, I remember, because I knew what I wanted to do pretty much right away. I got really lucky, and same for you, starting at 18.
Yeah, well, I didn't know this was a thing. When I started at 18, my mom saw it in me. So for me, it was more of like, okay, this is something I can do for the meantime, and then I ended up loving it, and I never turned back from there.
As soon as I went to beauty school, literally from the first day, I was like, oh, this is what I want to do.
I've never been good at school, never been good at anything.
Me either.
And once I got into beauty school, I was like, this is what it feels like
to be good at something.
Yeah. There's still bumps in the road because with everything comes practice, and I messed up quite a people in the beginning of me learning it.
Oh yeah. So, are you kidding? I feel bad for those people. The first clients that I had, I'm like, oh, you guys paid me.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't remember anything really bad.
I remember one time I ended up cutting a kid's hair, and his hair was like really, really straight stick hair, and the mom wanted me to do it with scissors. So you could see every little bump, and she came and screamed at me. The owner ended up like fixing the hair and showed me, you know, this is how you do really, really straight hair. Then when the mom left, I was like, can I take my lunch now? And I took it for a whole hour, cried the whole entire time, and then came back and went at it again. That didn't even make me want to quit. Like, it was just...
No. Like, the experiences that I had that were really tough are the ones that I learned the most from, and I know that's super cliche, but it's really true.
It's true. I think the most pickiest people, you learn how to read people's face expressions.
True. Body language, everything.
Yeah. Because one person can be like, yeah, I'm totally okay. And you're like, you are not okay.
Yeah,
let's
they're
try
like
something.
this.
Yeah. And then they leave, and then they come back, and they're like, and then you could have saved so much time.
So much time.
In that little process.
I definitely have had that experience where someone will come in with a negative attitude, and then if I'm just really positive to overcompensate, it'll kind of rub off on them a little bit. Like, I feel like if someone's being really horrible to me, but I'm being really nice to them, then
there's nothing that they can...
That's the best I can do, you know? Like, you can't... It doesn't help you at all to give it back.
So, something that I'm really interested in about, like, the industry is how to get an agent, because I've been doing this and I don't know how to get there.
It's really hard. It's really hard.
I was really hoping, like, oh, Wendy here.
You do A, B, and C, and then you get... No, it's really hard. The catch-22 with getting an agent is that they want you to have the work already that you can bring to them for them to then get you more work. But it's really hard to get that work without an agent. It's a tricky situation to be put into. I was in New York. I met with everybody there that I could. Nobody was interested in me. And then I went on vacation to Miami, and I met with 2 agencies there, and they were super interested in me because I was from New York. And the only deal was that I had to move to Miami for about 3 to 4 months. And so I did, which was crazy now that I think about it. But that's how I got my foot in the door. I was like, you know what? I have to start in a smaller market then. I have to be a big fish in a little pond. And then after that time period, the agent that I was with, they had an office in New York as well. So I luckily just went in with the New York office, started working that way, left that, moved to LA, got an agent in LA, and then another one that I've been with now for 4 years. So, but once you get one, it just ends
up becoming,
I'm telling you, it's so hard. It's one of the hardest things. And that was one of my big questions when I got started too, was how do you get signed? Because to get the bigger jobs, the bigger celebrities, you have to have representation. When people ask me like how to get started in the industry, I always say assist. Like you need to assist a big stylist. You need to see what it's like to be on set.
If you like it.
Yeah, if it's something you enjoy.
People think it's glamorous and it's not at
all. No.
It can be.
Right.
There's moments. There's those little moments.
Yeah, but a lot of it is really hard work too, and it's not guaranteed work, and there's a lot of hustle involved. So the glamour is one aspect of it.
And no job is too small, I've learned. Because my smallest jobs that I've had have gotten my biggest jobs.
Yes.
So with Grace, the way I met Grace was through something very, very small.
Right.
And it was New Hollywood with Robin. I didn't know that I was going to work with them. And then from there, it snowballed to becoming Grace's hairstylist.
Right.
Obviously, add to other stuff, other jobs, but we're speaking to YouTube, so YouTube.
Yeah. YouTubers may have heard of Grace Holiday and Hannah Hart. I don't know. Maybe they have.
I don't know.
Dropping that name. I mean, the way that I met Hannah was I just freelanced for a mobile salon, essentially.
Oh, cool.
And the guy who owned it lived in New York, and he cut her hair there. He connected me with her in LA, so I started doing her hair out here, and I used to just cut her hair, and then finally I convinced her to do color, and now
that look though, it's
I know,
so good.
It's my
I can't
favorite.
see hair any other way.
But same thing, you just never know. Like, I mean, freelancing for that little mobile salon, I never would have thought that I would have met Hannah, and that I would have done all these projects with her, and that she would have been inspiration to me starting a YouTube channel for myself. You know, you just never know. One experience leads to the next.
Yeah.
Okay, so things we have learned today are should assist to get in the industry.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else. To get an agent is hard, but you can do it. And
hustle, don't ever.
Yes.
You're just gonna work. Just be prepared. If you want it, you're gonna get it. You're just gonna work.
Don't say no.
Don't say no, yeah.
That was some of the best advice I got when I was starting. One of my friends who's a makeup artist, and we're still friends to this day, she told me, say yes to every single job, even if you think it's gonna go nowhere. You never know who you're gonna meet on set. Thanks guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed hearing a little bit of our behind the scenes talk. And thank you, Wendy, for being my first guest ever, my first collab ever. Yay!
Follow me on Instagram, guys. Wendy J. Diaz.
Follow her on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Click like and subscribe. And as always, leave in the comments. Let me know if you guys have any questions about anything we talked about or anything in general. We're happy to answer. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.
He's like, no, you have to be like totally normal. Like, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm like,
you're still doing that.
Still like, preparing for it. But it was fun.